Oh yes, legends, we are live. How is everybody doing? Let's analyze the situation here for the price of Bitcoin. Most importantly, the technical analysis apart from all of that bad news that happened on Friday, right? The Bybit hack, of course, everybody knows about this. Did do a live stream yesterday. We just got a nice corrective move here to the downside. We'll be analyzing the situation on the charts, okay? The charts tell us everything. The charts give us the most important levels of resistance, support, and those potential waves and patterns that could happen in the next coming hours, even the next coming days, right? This is what we do best here on the live stream. We take a look at the different scenarios that could happen, such as the bullish or the bearish. Now, we were at a crucial zone of resistance. Are we going to break out? Are we forming multiple 1-2s here and we're just going to pop in a third wave? It was looking so great. That resistance was there, which was the golden pocket from this pivot high to the pivot low, okay, right over here. And we were just hitting the golden pocket, trying to get above it. We had the value area high. This is the kind of zone that you want the price breaking out with some very good volume. You don't want it to be dancing around above the resistance for too long and being very choppy, because you realize that this is a zone where you need a lot of volume, right? You got the golden pocket here from this pivot high to the pivot low, and there's a reason why we're getting this pivot high, okay? Because you might ask yourself, hey, why aren't you getting the golden pocket from this pivot or from this pivot right over here? Well, we were speculating on a possible local bearish scenario, which was that triangle right over here. Now, when we analyze the waves here, there was only two scenarios. There was the multiple 1-2s. Now, it does get very rare when you do see 4 1-2s building up, right? Usually you get a double 1-2 where you have a wave 1 and 2, then a smaller wave 1 and 2, to then follow up with 3, 4, 5. When you start seeing 1-2s, you know, 4 times, you kind of get a little bit in doubt. This is extremely rare to happen, to have 5 1-2s, right? Or 4 1-2s. So you start coming to the conclusion that, you know, what if this is still part of the corrective move? This was also mentioned on the previous stream, right? We're leaning on, yeah, let's give the bulls a chance as we are above resistance, right? Let's see if the volume does start kicking in. And then we got the first rejection throughout the, you know, the end of the stream, right? And, you know, we did actually lose the local lows, the local higher lows. So we did see the sign of weakness. We did see that rejection from the value area high, okay? We're starting to get some pretty interesting volume and some pretty interesting rejection, okay, on the price action, which then we can consider for a short position, right? See the sign of weakness. Now, if you do take a look at the last 20 minutes of the previous stream, okay, make sure to destroy the like button. Let me know if you can hear me and if you can see me, legends, okay, right away. I do think that I am live. I'm probably, you know, talking to myself here and we're still not live, guys. Let me know right away. It does look like that we are live. Let me just double check here. We are live. Yes, we are live. We're going to get some things ready here, guys, okay? Because there is even a more bearish case scenario that I want to talk about, right? What if this triangle doesn't come into fruition, right? We're going to analyze the situation because, hey, we had some levels of rejection from the previous stream, right? Hey, this could be a level of rejection based on the triple zigzag that we had here and in a WXYXZ, right? We were analyzing this. Guys, this could be the level of rejection. If we break out, stay cautious. We're looking at the 7/8 Fibonacci as the next level. So I didn't manage to detect the top here. However, I did get into a short position on the sign of weakness on the first rejection move. As explained on the previous stream, this is very hard to catch the top here. As you're above the resistance, you're above the golden pocket, getting above the 6.5, and it's like, you know, guys, this could actually pop out. So I prefer, and I did try and catch the double top here locally, which was a good short setup. Okay, this was very acceptable. This one right over here where we had a little bit of a wick. You know, these are good entries, right? Especially if you do get the rejection. You got a double top right there. This is massive resistance. It's been a proven level of resistance. So a short here was acceptable. Shorting here was extremely complex, right? You got the price pushing up, right, for several minutes, right? Give or take 20, 30 minutes, right, on the stream. We're kind of pushing up here. And I was not interested in shorting here as we were above the resistance. Where I was interested in shorting, as explained on the previous stream, based on the triangle as well, because this was something that we mentioned throughout the previous stream, right? We were very like, you know, if we do get rejection, I think we are going to get a sign of weakness. So what we did mention here is the first rejection point. If we reject, it's going to be interesting to get into that short position, as I do expect the price to reject and go to lower levels on that first sign of weakness. And when you do zoom in on the lower time frames, of course, you know, this is a lower time frame, right, sign of weakness. We already got the first initial drop, which was kind of acceptable. You can actually count a 5-wave move down on the lower time frame, guys. This is extremely important to understand, okay? Because this is no nonsense. I was leaning bullish on Friday. I was leaning on the, you know, hey, maybe we can actually form multiple 1-2s, and this is going to be absolutely exploding out, right? I don't know. It is very much a possibility where we have the multiple 1-2s here, and we're just going to absolutely pop. However, we were concerned as well as the triple zigzag, right? Where this could have been a W right there on a zigzag, another zigzag right over here, another zigzag right over here, a very short, shallow zigzag here on the lower time frames, and then you have the other zigzag here finishing your triple zigzag, okay, in your Z wave. Analyzing the triangle, if we do get a sign of weakness, right, either this one or even this one, even better, guys, on that big bounce, okay, because this second bounce was actually back testing the value area high, right? This was the back test level, right? This is also one scenario that we mentioned for the short trade. Wait for the sign of weakness. And then, of course, we got the hack news coming in, which eventually is going to create a lot of fear. And you would expect that follow through on the price action to move to the downside, right? So you got the technicals giving us a sign of weakness already from the rejection point of that big resistance, golden pocket, try and breaking out. And it was very clear for me to take that short position only once we see the rejection point. And you had two options here. Now, this was, you know, a little bit aggressive, but it was still pretty good to get into this rejection bounce, okay? Then the most conservative one, right? You're not detecting the top and you're not actually shorting 99,400. It doesn't matter. It's a good trade regardless. This was the kind of confirmation of sign of weakness right over there based on this move to the downside, okay? And this was actually the one that back tested the value area high where you know, this was a proven level of resistance. So you got back inside of the value level, pure sign of rejection right there. You start getting hearing about the Bybit hack. That's going to create fear, and you're likely going to get that continuation to the downside. So overall, if we were to reject, we were expecting several $1,000s of a movement down on previous stream based on the triangle, okay? So overall, we were looking at, hey, if we reject from here, I'm expecting the price to come down to $96,000, $95,000. You have it on the chart here, guys, okay? So there's no secret about this, right? If we reject, we're coming down lower. If we move down with a significant amount of volume, we are coming down lower. So it's very hard to detect the tops. And I love to detect tops, guys, and bottoms, all right? I love to try and get into the highest level possible or the lowest level possible, you know, based on double, triple tops, double, triple bottoms. However, I had one attempt here, got stopped out on this one, okay, on this pump up, and then managed to get in on the rejection after seeing the sign of weakness. And then eventually you want to hold on and take profits at the lowest level possible based on the Bybit hack, okay? Now I have to say, Bybit is back normal. They had a run on the bank, right? Benzo, okay, the CEO of Bybit, handled this absolutely wonderful. He was saying, you know, hey, you know, there's not to worry about the funds of the clients. They had massive withdrawals, thousands of withdrawals happening here throughout the hack eventually, right? You get people panicking. Even myself, I tested a withdrawal. It was congested, but I was very much confident that, you know, Bybit has enough treasury to cover the loss, okay? It's a very profitable company, a very profitable exchange, and they handled this very, very nicely. Withdrawals are back to normal, okay? As you can see here, withdrawals, there's no congestion. You can withdraw all of your assets with no problem. So that is that. That's something that happened. They'll deal with that in the next coming weeks, right? To see if they can recover the funds or not. But regardless, it was a very small percentage, right, of the, you know, the treasury, right, of Bybit. So everything's back to normal on Bybit, you know, despite being a 1.4 billion, right, a 1.5 billion hack on Ethereum. Everything's back to normal. I wouldn't expect less from Bybit. You know, they handled this very, very nicely. Of course, it created the massive sell-off, right? It did create a little bit of fear, and, you know, the price eventually had that pretty nice corrective move. So we got this correction. Now we got the bounce. Now it's where it's becoming interesting, guys, because, you know, I am very much interested in some long positions, I have to say, and we're going to talk about that plan right away. Okay, I'm going to give you the exact levels where I would be looking for that long position, and whoever got into the short, regardless if it was the highs or it was the lows, it doesn't really matter. Whoever got into the short, absolutely wonderful, right? We were looking for that sign of weakness, and the sign of weakness did happen. Right, the sign of weakness did happen, which was that first initial rejection that we were talking about, right, on the stream. We are above resistance. Why try and detect the top where we are, you know, in danger of a multiple 1-2 here, and, you know, price breaks out? Of course, Fridays have been mainly bearish for the last 4 or 5 weeks. If you take a look at the last Fridays from the last 4 or 5 weeks, they have been mainly bearish. So overall, you know, we needed a big pump in a wave 3 here. Let's see if we do get more people on the stream. We'll be going through the different scenarios, guys. But whoever got into that short position, congratulations. I did manage to catch that short after the stream, analyzing here very carefully this rejection, because what we want to see in a rejection, right, you had 2 options, like I mentioned, right? This was like the really, really confirmed sign of weakness right over here. But overall, what we had here is, okay, on this rejection that did happen throughout the end of the stream, and I'll explain this right away. You did have a 5-waver move down. And you're like, hey, why are you counting these 5 waves? There's more waves here in the middle. Well, you know, that is going to be relatively simple here to explain. What we did have on the 3rd wave is the 5-wave move down. A bit of expanding move, okay? Not the most beautiful, okay? But overall, on the 3rd wave, we did have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 4, 5, because you got your double 1, 2 here. So this did look quite impulsive. It did look pretty aggressive. And then you had the 1, 2, okay, ABC scenario right over here. And inside of this ABC, all right, you have the A wave. You had a zigzag, well, not a zigzag here. You know, a little bit, your C wave did not claim the low, which is rare. And then you had a little bit of a contracting move right over here to finish your C wave, right? So you got A wave right over here. You got your B wave right over here. And you got your C wave right over here. Of course, 5 waves in a contracting move in your C wave, confirming that this looks more impulsive than this movement to the upside, which was, you know, one of the plans that was mentioned throughout the stream. I will jump based on what the chart tells me, not because of the Bybit hack. You know, if the chart tells me we're getting the first initial rejection, I am looking to enter at the bounce, either at the golden pocket or at the 7/8 Fibonacci, from the first initial strong rejection, from the second strong rejection, from this pivot high to the pivot low, golden pocket to 7/8 Fibonacci is your potential entry zone. From your first initial rejection here, getting back below, okay, the previous day value area high, you have the golden pocket or the 7/8 Fibonacci for your entry zone based on your first sign of rejection. And of course, we had that. We got the rejection, and I jumped into the golden pocket after the bounce of the rejection, stop at the high, and taken most of the profits eventually Friday night, late Friday night, on that massive drop, because I knew that the price was very likely to bounce somewhere at 95, 96. So already collecting most of the profits after the sign of weakness here. And I was waiting for the bounce. That is the plan, guys. I don't know if the price is going to move up or the price is going to go down. If we do see certain rejections or certain bounces at levels of resistance and support, sign of weakness, sign of strength, we will take action based on that, guys. So now I am very interested in long positions. We did manage to long a few days ago, last week, this level right over here. Let's just zoom out, and I'll go through the comment section right away, guys. Just give me a second. Just, you know, we need to talk about the trade setups, right? This long out completely of that long position. Of course, this was a day trade, small little swing trade. This got pretty nice profits. I wouldn't say massive profits, but it was a profitable trade. It was a profitable setup that was mentioned a few days ago. This was back on Tuesday. And then the short position here was very, very hard, right? We needed that sign of weakness to speculate on one of the bearish case scenarios locally, which was forming that triangle, right? The rejection point was the golden pocket or the 7-8 for this triangle. Okay, you cannot successfully break above either the golden pocket or the 7-8. If one provides a sign of weakness, rejection, the bounce will be interesting to get into the short. Either this one, okay, or the 7-8. Not easy, just need to remain patient, because above all of the resistance, guys, I could not short. I could not short the top here. It's, you know, you might think, I'm just going to jump into a short. We're going to reject regardless, right? You know, there's quite a few people bearish throughout the last few days on this uptrend, and even shorting from earlier levels. I'm not sure how they're handling their risk management. But I'm a very conservative, patient trader. I realize where it can be dangerous, and I would rather wait for the rejection and get into the bounce and give it a shot, because that's a sign of weakness. And we do have a lot on the chart to believe that maybe this has been the finished stages, all right, of this little uptrend that we had throughout Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I was starting to be in doubt of the bullish case, right? As the title provided, right, and the thumbnail of the previous video, we are hitting a lot big resistance. And yeah, we did, you know, just with the Bybit hack, well, that was a confirmation to get the rejection. Okay, so we're going to go through the technical analysis, and I'm going to explain my next day trade setup, right? Day trade, swing trade setup. I am ready to trade maybe tonight, depending, because we might get that level hit here. We got a beautiful dead cat bounce. I did not short this. I'm not trading throughout the weekend. It would be nice to get a little bit more of a bounce, to be honest. These are very difficult, but regardless, what you are expecting after such a big move down, very impulsively, it does look pretty aggressive. You do expect a bounce, dead cat bounce if you wish, and claim the lows again. This is a kind of an expected move, right? Regardless of where you reject, you know, not easy to catch the exact high. I mean, this was a little bit of resistance right there. You were hitting, you know, not much resistance. The previous day value area low yesterday was basically being hit. I didn't trade through the weekend. Very rangy, just very small price action. So as a day trader, I'm really not that interested in these small little moves throughout the weekend. I might as well chill, okay, have a good time. Weekends are for chilling, guys. They are for relaxing, and then come back on Sunday night, get ready for the trading week. Now, We got a bit of resistance. Previous day value area low. Previous day value area low on Binance was around about this zone. So very choppy. It could have broken out ever so slightly, then come down from here. You know, it's just a kind of move throughout the weekend that I know that the highest probability is coming down to this low at some point, regardless if we form a higher low here or not, or we roll down from here. Very much expecting this low to be taken, okay? First of all, that's kind of the highest probability scenario. Regardless of wherever the lower high is, you're looking for a dead cat bounce. And there's a reason why. Main reason why is because you do have a very one-wavy move here. This is a one-wave move down. And the chart, the price, moves in either 3 waves or in 5 waves. So if you got one big wave rejection, that makes it a 1 wave or an A wave, right? Most of the times. Can it be a W? Can it be a, you know, another type of wave? Absolutely. But most of the times, these are the most common ones, right? A wave 1 or a wave A. So what you expect here is a wave 2 or a wave B, which is taking out the low here. Now, yeah, it would be nice to kind of detect it. Like I said, not interested here in trading throughout the weekend. So what I'm looking now, I'm looking for longs, guys. Not going to lie. I think the price is likely going to bounce at some stage. But now the question is, where is it going to bounce? Well, this is what we're going to figure out on this live stream, guys. And this is why you need to smash up the like button. Now, it's pretty funny because, you know, the average Joe and people that do not have experience based on trading or analysis, I don't know. There's some comments that are pretty interesting, guys. You can check, you know, not many comments, but some of them saying that, you know, this did not happen, we dumped down. We take a look at both scenarios, okay? And of course the streams are long, but, you know, maybe the first 10-20 minutes is a lot of chit-chatting, but we do go in detail of what we want to see. And we want to see a rejection first of all. I want to see a big movement down, so then I can speculate that the price will move down either impulsively or, you know, or correctively. It doesn't matter. You know, I'm looking for the price to come to lower levels. So you got the first sign of rejection here, of course, throughout Friday evening. Let's talk about the levels. We're just rolling down here ever so slightly. It's going to be very interesting, guys. I got some major levels here, special here on YouTube. We did talk about these levels on the Legends trading community, but of course, in the Legends trading community, we'll be back first thing tomorrow morning, looking at the intraday scalping scenarios for the price of Bitcoin. So make sure to destroy the like button. We're going to be going right away. We're going to say a quick hello to the comment section. I'm holding a short. I've taken all of the profits from that short position, okay? Because, you know, I'm very much aware that we are at the value area low. You know where we bounced on Friday? At the value area low. Surprise, right? Value area high, rejection, value area high, rejection. Fake outs from value area low. Value area low, quick little bounce. Now, I think we are going to attempt to break it out. And I'm going to explain exactly what I am looking to take the long trade, okay? Remaining patient, guys. And it's going to be relatively easy for me to get into that long trade. And I'm going to explain the exact steps that I want to see, just like on the previous stream, to take that short position. I cannot get in the high. I need the rejection and then the bounce. So I'm going to explain exactly what I want to see and how I'm going to trade it. If you want to follow or not, well, I'm just telling you what I am doing, which pretty much works. Anyway, let's go right away through the comment section. Yo, Empire Trades, how are you doing? Much love to you, my man. Nice to see you around. Let's go here through comment section. Say hello. Big Don 25, let's go, Andy, my man. Much love to you. A winner of $500 tether a few weeks ago. Real ones are here. Andy, Alec, my man. How are you? HBBBA, 37 people waiting, 2 likes. Yeah, we got that like button absolutely getting destroyed, I hope. Let me just refresh here. Over 600 people watching. 150 likes, we can get to 200 likes, guys. As I have a sip of water, we'll go through the comment section and then we'll go through the technical analysis. I'm interested in longs, took all of the profits of the short position. You know, this is a zone that I do expect support, and I do expect, you know, a potential move down in this area. You know, this is support area. Now, it looks like we're going to form that third wave. The question is, will this be an aggressive breakdown? And I want to know what you think, because there is a bearish case scenario that actually rips down here. We're going to talk about that scenario as well, and we'll be talking about where I am getting ready for an ultimate swing long position based on a reaccumulation schematic, okay? If we sweep out the lows of this range, this is going to be highly likely a spring point. It's going to be a spring point, okay? Very, very likely. However, I will not be longing the lows. I will not long the falling knife, okay? I will be longing late. I will be longing the sign of strength. So let's go. Comment section, and then we'll explain throughout Elliott wave theory, throughout Wyckoff accumulation with volume. And this is important, guys, to understand and to take action where you need to take action. Okay, so we'll be explaining the support levels and why I am bullish. Okay, why I'm expecting bullishness either with this low being hit or either breaking down, and I would be waiting for lower levels, okay? Because you're breaking down the value area low, you're breaking down the low, and if you do continue breaking down here, then I will just remain patient and see this proof of support, and then we'll analyze with the Legends trading community what we can find for a high probability trade setup, okay, and good risk management. Let's just continue here as we are getting more people joining the stream, all right, and read a few comments. I'm not sure if you want to trade ETH, but what do you think about the current CME gap from Friday? Fill or pump? Small. We can take a look at Ethereum later on after we focus on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the leader, is the cryptocurrency leader, right? It's the number one. So whatever Bitcoin does is most importantly, then we can focus on a few altcoins if we do have a bit of time. Post-halving year is also cycle top. Would it be a first, says Digital Tech. I don't believe this is all. I don't believe this is all. All the drop. Ox the Doctor, how are you doing, my man? Much love to you. Aditya giving power here. Just a quick overview, say hello. Devil in the chat. Devil is not here. He did a stream about a couple of hours ago. Okay, Devil did a stream. They had to borrow from another exchange. No one for one. Well, I mean, you know, like I said, if they had to pay from their treasury, they could pay that. They could pay that 10 times, I can tell you. Bybit has in their treasury much more than 1.5 billion. I can tell you that, my man. That is a confirmation from me. So if they had to pay from their treasury, they can pay, you know, easy 5 times that and they'll be just fine. Okay. This is not a big issue, and they have a distribution, multi-signature systems. Of course, the hack was very advanced, right? It was all fake, basically, what they were doing, and they thought they were sending at, you know, another wallet, and it was very, very interesting system on how the hackers, you know, basically got the funds. But they have a distribution, of course. You know, all of these exchanges, they don't keep all of their crypto on a cold wallet, right? They have multiple cold wallets for, you know, just in case anyone is failed or anyone is hacked. And they're totally fine, guys, okay? They're completely solvent with a 1.5 billion hack, okay? They have much more than that, and they would handle, okay, the pays of the clients, and they have proven, all right? Ben came out on Twitter on a live explaining the situation. You know, even though if they had a run on the bank, they can pay everything. They can pay every client, okay? Withdrawals are back to normal. So it's just been a little scratch in the market. What can I say? They handled the situation very nicely. I've got funds on Bybit. You know, the withdrawal came back fine. Deposited. Everything is A-okay. All right? So, and kudos to Ben and Bybit team in general, okay? Handling the situation perfectly, guys, okay? It's rejection 99.4 now. It's rejection 99.4, yeah. How about scalp? Yeah, we can take a look at some scenarios. No short. Dump is just beginning. Is Ethereum going to pump? Ethereum got a pretty nice bounce, but it's coming down right now. 80K incoming or take off incoming. 80K. Why so low? Why so low? My question is, why so low? We are trading at $96,000, 95. Yeah. Why so low? Why $80,000? This is miles away. This is a long, long way. Oh, we got some long setups before that. Okay. No. 80K. No. No 80K. Highly likely that we will not see 80K and we will see all-time high before $80,000. I'll explain several scenarios based on the probabilities. Yeah, we can chop down here. You know, I am looking for longs and I'll explain the longs right now. Okay, short was taken, profits were taken. Why were profits all taken? Apart then, I'm more of a day trader. I can have a trade open for 2 days, 3 days. But if we see local support, I'm getting out from my short. If I get into a long here, I'm getting out from my long as we climb up to resistance. If we short here, this was a quick drop. You need to take profits at the support on the bounce. At least me, right? Imagine all of the people that have been longing and shorting and not taking profits throughout the last 3 weeks. Right? Short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. If you are trying to swing trade here, you have a few days to take profits. If not, you're gonna, the price is gonna come back to your entry. Okay, so this is a day trade zone. You short at the resistance, you take profit at the support. You long the support, you take profit at resistance. This is a range for day trading. This is why wherever I longed throughout the last few days, I was taking profits on the pump. You can take a look at the previous streams. All of this has been explained. Long from here, taking profits. Short from here on the rejection, profits are taken. I'm interested in longs and I'll explain the long scenario right away, okay? However, I am very much aware of the price going lower. So, we're going to be talking about that right away, okay? So, let's go. It is time. It is about time. Said hello to everybody, all right? Almost everybody. Yes, Andy, you are correct. It's not about, thank you, my man. But it's not being about correct. 94K prediction. It's not about being correct or wrong. It's managing your risk when you're taking the trading decisions, right? I'm wrong a lot of times, but, I was interested in shorts the other day, but I just couldn't manage. I got stopped out here, close to break even on this double top. So, I was shorting on Friday. I just couldn't short this pump as we were breaking out. I had to see the first sign of weakness to jump into the short on the bounce and analyze that movement down, because I was interested in shorts. I was coming in doubt with this multiple 1-2. I was like, it's very rare to see so many 1-2s. Could not count this as an impulse 1 2 3 4 5. So I was kind of interested in the short trade based on the triangle explained here throughout the previous stream, right? It's on the previous stream. I need a sign of a rejection and then the bounce to get into the short. Then I would be looking for that drop. And of course, the Bybit hack only made that movement down faster. But the technicals were there, right? So it's technicals first, the news later. And of course, the drop was, powered as well by the Bybit hack. But we were looking for their rejection. If it were to reject, we're looking to come down to 95K zone. We are expecting that movement down if we reject from the value area high. Okay? Now, people can speculate and they can say it was because of Bybit hack, we had a major crash. Yeah, that definitely helped the movement down. But the technicals were there. We were hitting resistance. If we reject from resistance, I am interested in taking the short on the bounce. So now, what is next? What is next? Okay, because this is going to be interesting, right? So pay attention here, legends, because I ain't just going to do some random Picasso drawing and let's see if it happens or not, right? There is a technical reason on the next movement. So I need your full attention, of course. You take it with a pinch of salt. You can have your own opinion. But there is a couple of scenarios and a couple of levels where I would be interested in taking a long position in this case, right? Longing right now is definitely an issue for me. Longing right over here is definitely a problem. Why is it a problem to long here, even though if the price bounces? I will have to call it a missed long, guys. You know, you won't see me in a long position tomorrow if we do this. I can't get in a long position here. And there's a very simple reason why. You may ask, why can't you long here, Andy? What if we do bounce? Well, I'll have to say it's a missed long trade. The main reason why I can't long is because we had one wave very aggressively and a dead cat bounce. We only have two waves here, and the market always moves at least in a 3-wave move or a 5-wave move. So if we are here and we've rejected here and we're forming a higher low, I cannot get into a long position. I need those lows to be taken to then decide where I'm going to long. Could we bounce from here? Absolutely. I don't know, maybe. Maybe it could form a zigzag move to the upside and then we're dropping down. So I would actually be quite interested in analyzing this movement to the upside for a possible short, to be honest, because this has been very one wavy. This will be either a B wave or a second wave, right? And then we get a collapse. So what shall we talk about? The bullish case first, where I'm interested in longs, or where I'm interested in a short. I don't mind. We're going to cover both scenarios, but what shall we cover first, right? Where exactly I'm looking for longs or where exactly I'm looking for shorts in this very large range, okay? And you can be bullish, bearish, and call for 80,000 or all-time high. I'm a day trader. I'm analyzing the levels where I want to long and short inside of this area, okay? Regardless if we go down to 80K or all-time high, we're looking for day trading scenarios, right? It's simple. We explain them. We reject. I'm looking for the bounce for a short. We're likely going to come down lower. We take action on the trades. Guys, if you are interested in trading, you know the deal. Weeks has got a great deal still going on. Okay, you get in between $10 and $100 for free just by signing up with the link down below. Okay, you also get 50% fee reduction for all of the big players. $30,000 deposit bonus. For all of those interested, you only need an email and a password. If you don't want to give any documents or any nothing, you can trade here just with an email and a password, okay? You got a great bonus, 50% fee reduction with the link down below. Take advantage. I'm trading on weeks, also on Bybit, okay? Bybit is just doing as good, guys. You can see how they handled the hack. I can tell you that they could cover that even 5 times that, no problem. All right, there was a bit of a run in the bank. They are still active. They are doing just as fine. Withdrawals are completely normal, as you can see here with their latest updates on withdrawals. Okay, so it's just been a little bit of fear, a little bit of a run on the bank, many withdrawals. Okay, it did get congested for a few hours. The next day, everybody got their withdrawals. Okay, Bybit is working just fine. They also get a great bonus down below, guys. If you can, I've been using Bybit for over 6 years now, and you do have a great bonus as well. Okay, shout out to them because they are one of the strongest in the game. They got hacked. They're handling the situation just great. Okay, you will see in the next coming weeks, it will be just fine. Everybody will forget what happened. Now, yes, guys, let's go through the technical analysis. We got over 700 people watching. I am a little bit disappointed because we got only 230 likes. And, you know, come on, guys. We're going to talk about the exact trading setups, all right? Even though I like the idea from the previous stream of the 112, I'm not longing above, I'm not shorting above resistance, guys. I need the rejection. So I'm going to explain the plan that I'm looking for the long position. Okay, that's what we do, guys. We do have technical levels. We use Fibonacci, a little bit of Elliott wave theory. We got confluence levels. We got confirmation that this does look more corrective. And despite the price breaking down below $90,000, I strongly believe that we would create a spring point. And this will be explained in today's live stream, guys. If anybody wants to know a little bit of a higher time frame, we could collapse. All right, the price could collapse, but I will be ready, and I would be not only longing, I would be buying some spot Bitcoin if we drop down below $90,000. I will aggressively start DCAing, and I will put a big chunk if we do get above the lows here of $89,000 after a few days. Of course, I don't expect this to be in the next coming hours after hitting the lows, but I will be not only longing with leverage, I will be buying on spot, and I will be explaining that exact scenario, guys, in the stream. It's a scenario that might happen, it might not happen, but if it happens, we need to be ready. Okay? It's not about predicting the situation. What's the exact situation? What is the exact movement that's going to happen next? I have 3-4 movements that could happen. One of them will likely happen. And one of them, we will have a trading plan ready. And we will take action based on the few scenarios that we're going to talk about today, guys. As a trader, we need to talk about the bullish case and the bearish case. We will have levels of resistance to take the short. We will have levels of support to take the long. Just as explained on every single stream. Now, are you ready, guys? I need that like button to absolutely get destroyed, because what can we say? What can we say? You know, I don't know. I do not have a crystal ball, guys. No one has. However, we got our technical analysis, and we are going to be providing some pretty damn good scenarios, and we're going to talk about the local ones first of all for all of those day traders out there, right? Such as myself. I'm more interested in the day trade setups, right? I don't know if we're going to get down below $90,000. I don't know if this is going to happen. I have more levels and more scenarios internally here that I'm going to day trade, and I'm going to share them with you. So let's go first of all, right away, as we get that like button to 300 likes. Come on, guys. You know, this is ridiculous. I'm going to get some water because I'm thirsty. I finished my water, and I'm going to get back in here in the next 10 seconds. And I want that like button to absolutely explode, because we're going to be talking about the trading setups here live and what we can get ready for the week, okay? This is a Monday preparation, Sunday live stream. I need that like button to absolutely explode because, you know, hey, I've had enough. I expect the like button to absolutely have exploded, because if not, I'm going to be having these levels for myself and the legends eventually, right? The legends trading community. Let's go right away. Oh, 320. Okay, there we go. Not 400, but almost. All right, guys, let's go right away. Enough talk, enough, keep the show for yourself, and let's focus here on the technical analysis, okay? Let's build from scratch, right? Blank chart, and let's come up with the first scenarios, okay? One scenario that is very interesting that we mentioned on the previous stream. Let's zoom out a little bit. Is this a double top? We're going to break down. That's it, bear market, guys. I think this is the unlikely scenario, right? This does not look right. It does not look too impulsive. There is an impulsive move down for that bearish case scenario. So I'm not leaning on a double top, and we're going to break down the lows of the range, okay? And any breakdown, I will be very, very, very cautious, of course, all right? But I will be ready to get into some long positions, okay? That's the ultimate bearish case scenario. But what is looking interesting here is from the high to the low, as explained, we formed a three-wave structure. This is not impulsive. This is corrective. And of course, we did claim all-time high. So could we consider that this was a five-wave move up? That was it, all-time high. And we're going to, start moving down. There is a problem here. This wave is extremely three-wavy. You can count this much better as a three-wave move up, which is not impulsive. It is still part of a correction. So what we're leaning on here, right? And this is the first initial scenario, and it's taking out the local low, guys. Okay, I'm going to explain the trading setup here. If we break down, so be it. No longs taken here, guys, okay? I'm in no long position. That has to be clear, right? No longs. I'm waiting patiently, okay? On this scenario, if this is a zigzag move and this is a three-wave move up, when you have a three-wave move down and a three-wave move up, taking out the high, what you have to speculate on is a flat, okay? Is a flat, running flat, taking out the lows flat, it doesn't matter. You have this scenario right over here, which eventually you expect the price to bounce back up at some point. So on these candlesticks here, which looks very confusing, what you do have is a potential three-waver and a three-waver here taking all-time high. And just because of this information, I'm speculating, of course, either in a running flat, the low is in, okay? Or you might even break down and take out the lows, and then you bounce back up, right? That would be inside of the Wyckoff reaccumulation schematic. This one right over here, right? Which is this one right over here, guys. Anybody that is not aware of the accumulation schematic, we are following this pretty nicely, okay? So when you do count this scenario where you have created a double top on the price of Bitcoin, right? You've had a nice up thrust, taking out the previous all-time high at $110,000 almost. And then you form the creek stage, right? Which is a slow descending wedgie channel structure for many weeks, right? This is on the daily chart, which is basically what we're looking at here. So eventually there's two scenarios on this accumulation schematic. One of them is sweeping the low, one is not sweeping the low, okay? We can analyze with Elliott wave theory, first of all, right? And I'm going to keep it simple. This is a far away scenario that could happen. We're not going to micro count and do anything of that because we just need more information if we do get the drop. But the reaccumulation schematic, where you do create the spring point, where you sweep up the lows at $89,000, would be the Elliott wave theory, would be the ABC flat. Sweep the lows, and then you recover eventually as you do get back above the lows of the range. This would be the interesting zone to start getting into long positions based on a swing trade mentality. This is a swing trade mentality scenario, right? Some things that we just need to get ready for, guys. We'll be going through the intraday scenarios, okay, now in the next coming minutes. We want to take into consideration higher time frame scenarios. Reaccumulation with spring point. Sweep up the lows of the range, You swept up the highs, you got a big pullback. You can sweep up the lows and you can get an awesome recovery, guys, back to all-time high, right? So that is a higher time frame scenario. And not only talking of Wyckoff reaccumulation, right? Leave your Wyckoff silly stuff out of the window. It's just because this is kind of in confluence of what we're talking about with the Elliott wave theory scenario, which is an ABC flat, right? This is, you form a 3-wave move down, 1, 2, 3. You form here also either, you know, this could be whatever. It could be a double zigzag. It could be a, you know, it could be a regular ABC. And then you form that, you know, multi 1-2 scenario, 3, 4, 5s, 4, 5s, right? And you're taking out the lows. High, low, take out the highs, take out the lows, move back up. Right? So you got all-time high, lows, take out the highs, take out the lows, move back up. This might not happen. This might not happen. You know, maybe we do form the other reaccumulation schematic, which is consolidating here at the end of the wedge without taking out the low. There is a reaccumulation schematic that, you know, doesn't take out the low. Now is when we go to lower time frames, right? We're talking about the bullish case, guys. First of all, right? Local bearish case, but overall mid time frame bullish case scenario, which is eventually the larger WXY, which is forming right now. We are finishing the end stages on your Y, which you formed a W right over here, okay? Your X right over here. And now you're forming a very, very complex, right? A lot of waves, a lot of choppiness, and a lot of people will think that this is BS, right? Which is understandable, right? Because, you know, if you don't have some advanced theory here on Elliott wave theory, where it's, you know, very, very complex to follow through. Now, this is the more local bullish case, okay, that I want to get ready for. And if we do bounce from here, I would be surprised if we form a higher low. I mean, we might have some very strong local bullish CVD divergence, which we do have, right? We do have a lot of people interested in shorts, baby. A lot of people are jumping into shorts throughout the last 24 hours, eventually after the Bybit hack as well, right? So people really consider that being very bearish and that we're going to break down, which is absolutely natural, right? It's just a nice, you know, bad news, emotional news, right? You're going to just want to get into short positions in this dead cat bounce, which is completely natural behavior. So we do have some bullish CVD divergence here, very aggressive. So, you know, I would not be interested in shorting here, but I would not be interested in longing. So this is really a no trade zone for me. This is really a no, a big no here for either longs or shorts, okay? So what I need to take into consideration here, based on the levels that I would be, you know, snipering along if I'm awake and if I'm in front of the charts, is this scenario right over here. Coming down and sweeping up the low. So let's just zoom in on the lower time frames, 30-minute, and really analyze if this right over here is going to be an E wave on this triangle. There are several scenarios that could happen. The most simple one is you form a zigzag, you sweep up the lows, and at some point you can get that epic bounce recovery. Where are the common levels to get the bounce? We've already hit one. It is the golden pocket to the 7/8 Fibonacci. Very common zones in a triangle. And you have already hit the golden pocket. even almost the 7/8 Fibonacci, right? In this one that we mentioned throughout the previous stream, you got golden pocket or you got 7/8. Golden pocket got rejection. So I would not lean on the side that the low is in here. I mean, as we do have massive bullish CVD divergence, I don't like longing a higher low right there. This is like extremely dangerous. I would rather get into a long position later on, maybe, right? Wherever it happens. You know, we day trade. We look for day trade setups every day. So, you know, a long here is a big no-no. And shorting is a big no-no as well, just because of the bullish CVDs. So, yeah, no trade zone for me. What I am interested is the 7/8 Fibonacci. And even better, the 0.88 Fibonacci. The 0.88, we know that the 0.88 gets respected very, very well. And what is common for a triangle formation, and we do have a triangle formation right now, guys, okay? After forming this D wave, this is a triangle, okay? If you can get 2 pivots with lower highs and 2 pivots with higher lows, you have a possible triangle. There's, you know, you cannot speculate on triangles when you have 2 waves, right? It's like, we might be forming a triangle later on, right? No, you know, if you have that higher low and you have the lower high, you have a triangle. What is very common on a triangle is that your E wave, okay, this is something just to get ready, guys, okay? It's a scenario that could happen. And if it does happen, I am ready to sniper. What is very common on an E wave of a triangle is to break either the resistance or the support. In this case, the support of the higher lows. So it is common to see a breakout of the support, preferably without taking out the low here of the C wave. This is why the 7/8 Fibonacci and the 0.88 Fibonacci as the ultimate level is very interesting for me to take action based on the reaction, either 7/8 or 0.88. I could wake up tomorrow morning and the price is down here. I will not be in a long position, okay? And I'm probably not even going to catch this low because I will be going to bed in about 2 hours. If we do get it here on stream or after the stream, the only levels that I'm interested in is the 7/8 and the 0.88. These are my only levels of interest to get into the long position. I will not long here based on bullish CVD divergence. The main reason is why we have a 2-wave move. Most commonly, your C wave does take out the lows. So I'm not interested either in a long or in a short. I'm not going to short down here, eventually not. So those are the 2 levels of interest. And it is very common to see a fake out on an E wave here of the triangle and then recover. I will treat the 0.88 and the 7/8 as a support level, where if the price does not manage to break through, consider a long position and stop loss beneath the low of the movement down beneath the 7/8, to then speculate on a recovery and a breakout eventually. If this is the end of the triangle, then eventually we would be seeing a massive recovery throughout the next coming days. If the 0.88, same scenario, we break the 7/8, I'm not longing in between the 7/8 and the 0.88. I will only long the recovery above the 0.88 Fibonacci stop beneath the low. This is common to see a fake out from higher low support on a triangle, fake out scenario, recovery. You get the breakout traders shorting and then a massive squeeze. Very, very common on a triangle to see a fake out. So those are my best levels that I do have for a long trading setup locally. If we do break down, then it's going to be very, very hard for me. I mean, this would be, you know, could we treat this low as a liquidity grab and it does get a bounce? I have to say yes. You know, any higher time frame low or high is always good for a liquidity grab. So it could be a quick, you know, swing failure pattern. I'm going to take Fibonacci here from the high to the low, from the low to the high. Sorry. I mean, we bounced out the 7-8 here. It's going to be it's going to be a bit dangerous in my opinion. If you do take out the low here, it is going to be a level that I would be a little bit in doubt. Just concerning the bearish case, and the bearish case is this one right over here. I'll explain it right away. The ultimate bearish case, which is a larger WXY, is you formed the corrective move here, you formed a 3-wave move here, and all of this is a big fat mess. Okay, you just got lots of waves, a lot of choppiness. It does not look impulsive to the downside though. Okay, so I have to say all of the local bearish cases do have a massive bullish outcome, and you know, there's no way for me to believe that this is bearish. It just does not look bearish. This is extremely corrective, and the highest probabilities lean on the reaccumulation schematic at the end of the day, right? Despite we take out the lows or not, this is the highest probability scenario to happen to Bitcoin in the next coming days, with or without taking out $89,000. So the thing is simple here to take trading action. I can be completely wrong on the bullish case, but I will not be in a long position and I will not be getting wrecked. Okay? You know, a lot of people like to say wreck this, wreck the other. There's many out there that you can say that they get wrecked. I can prove to you I do not get wrecked. And I will one day. You know, one day I will show. And we'll get to that in the next streams, okay? When we do take out the low here, it's going to be very difficult to consider a long scenario, okay? If we do take out this low, you know, I'm really kind of not too interested in any long positions in this box right over here, in between this low and this low over here. Maybe a little swing failure pattern here. We could get a little bounce if we recover long in here. I mean, I ain't gonna like it too much. I would rather long the 7-8 and the 8-8 based on the triangle here, guys. You know, this is absolutely a very possible low. Is it going to be the low? I don't know. Do you know? Nobody knows. But it's a good scenario. It's definitely a good scenario, the one that I've just explained. But let's go with, okay, we did not react at these two levels and the price just broke through. What is the bearish case? Which is going to be, you know, likely bullish after the event. It will be bearish and people will fucking freak out, right? Excuse my French there, but people will freak out. It's a freak out moment. I will be ready to take action, and I hope you will get ready to take action as well. As explained, with the spring point, right? The reaccumulation spring point. If we do analyze very carefully the movements down here, you know, this does not look impulsive at all, right? You got a big fat mess here. From all-time high, you got the movement down to this pivot. Then here you form, you know, a little bit of a range. You take out the low. You take, you know, you come up all the way up here. You do have I mean, look, we got this movement down, right? Then you got this movement up. You take out the low and you take out the high, you know, almost take out the high, but this is too strong to be a, you know, you hit the 0.88 Fibonacci. There's no double 1-2 here because eventually you got a massive bounce here. There's nothing too bearish about this move. So what we do have here on the bearish case scenario, because I just can't count an impulsive move down. And I'm just going to go here with the waves, keep it simple. We got a one move down in an A wave. You got a flat scenario here. You got a bounce, you take out the lows, and you almost take out the highs. You come up here to the 0.88, 0.9 basically. So you ain't counting this as a wave 2, 1, 2 right there. After this move, you got the possible B wave here, and then a C wave right there. Because you have the movement down, you have a flat here in your B, and you got the aggressive move down to finish your C wave. Now what you do have here is a very, very strong bounce, very one wavy. And if you don't take out the highs, you know, this has to be your movement up. That's it, right? There's no zigzag move up. There's no, you know, this has to be your bounce. This has to be your high because, you know, this is not your high. You did not take out the high. This is the first initial big movement to the upside. And you need to consider this as a one wave, right? We'll come up to this right now. This is one wave. This is one wave up. With this movement down, you could arguably discuss you got a contracting move right over here. You can count a 5 waver in a contracting move right over here. And what you do have here on the next move is a flat. Okay, now, you know, I'll come to the point right over here in 1 second. But basically here you have a one wave move down. You got your flat structure right over here. And now on the ultimate bearish case scenario, you're looking for another aggressive move down, preferably in a 5 wave, right? Which is building up. Now, what you are seeing here is basically a double zigzag, right, in a WXY. So you have your zigzag here, wave A, a flat right there, a C wave in your W. You have your quick straight move up. There's no, you know, on the lower time frames, this could be counted as a zigzag. But you got this movement up here on your X. And, you know, this just doesn't look impulsive, right? All of this does not look impulsive. So we're just looking at corrective scenarios, right? Possible local bearish scenarios that still ends up in a larger correction, right? Regardless, we're just trying to build up the massive bearish case for the bears, which would be, you know, taking out $89,000, right? We're just giving the chance here for the bears, which is very possible, building up this scenario. So, you know, there's no doubt that, you know, you would consider this as an ABC. You got your flat in your B wave. Then you got a big bounce here. And then you got the contracting move, because you can count a 5 waver here. Okay. You can count a 5 wave right over here. We ain't going to micro count. This is just going to take a long time. And then here you possibly got your flat, where you have a zigzag. You have an A wave, take the low, B, take the high, C. We love flats. Flats happen. And now your ultimate bearish case is your wave one. You might get another bounce zigzag. This is why we're going to talk about the shorts, guys. We're going to talk about the short zones as well, not only the longs, because we need to consider the bearish case, right? So on this scenario, which is a WXY, you are in your last stage of your Y, right? Which would be the very bearish case, right? Where you have your A wave, you have your B wave right over here in a flat, and now you're building up the impulse. You got your first leg, wave one, and then you form your 3, of course, very aggressive. You start taking out the lows, and then of course you're looking for your 4, 5, right? And then you get the bounce, right? Taking out the lows, you know, very disturbing. We'll be analyzing in the Legends trading community, of course, as we do, the exact waves and local scenarios that what we're looking at here as this price develops. And it might sound a lot of BS, guys, but when we're in the long, we'll explain the different waves and the different scenarios, of course, in detail, as we do always. So just like the previous stream, guys, you know, I was considering the bullish case. I was bullish because the price was bullish. If we reject, I'm interested in the short. I will short, even though I'm bullish, guys. Right? I will get into the short position based on the rejection and the bounce and analyzing the waves on the lower time frame. But I couldn't short on the stream when we are above the resistance. When we get back below resistance, then we'll talk about shorts, which we did on stream, right? We get the rejection on the bounce. I'm interested. So I ain't going to catch the high, but I'm going to get in later on a confirmation of weakness. So this scenario, I just don't want to talk about it right away. We can talk about it tomorrow, after tomorrow on YouTube, right? The next coming days, as the price does drop down, you know, it's something that we're going to be updating. Of course, the Legends trading community on Discord will be getting the latest updates to get into that possible long position. If we, you know, once we start forming the waves, guys, you know, it's too soon right now, but literally what needs to happen based on this scenario, and remember what we're looking at here, okay, just in a nutshell, is this being an A wave, this a B wave, and we are on the formation of your C wave to finish Y. Because you do have a contracting move right over here, right? Very possible, very possible. We're leaning on the bearish case right now, where you have a 5-wave move to the downside, and you got your flat here in your ABC, right? We'll just change that color here on the, you know, red. So what we're looking at here is, and we're going to go locally right now, okay? We'll go locally here on what we need to see. I would be very skeptical that this was your ABC. A little bit skeptical, a little bit, but I mean, we're looking at the timing. It is enough. It is enough to be, yeah, very enough. Yeah, this would be enough to be your second wave, to be honest. Based on timing, it's more than enough. Once you get this, it will be very long compared to your impulse. However, it would still be possible. But on the breakdown, we want to see a waterfall. We want to see a waterfall because what we are speculating on here is a third wave. Regardless if this was the high or not, what we're looking at here is a wave 3. And the wave 3s are the most powerful most of the times. And I would really want to see a waterfall down here. So I ain't going to long the 0.88 or the 0.78, right? From that long trading setup that we mentioned from this pivot low to the pivot high. If we waterfall, I ain't going to long, guys. You know, I ain't going to long. I will only consider the long based on the reaction here of the bullish case that was mentioned, right? Just about 30 minutes ago on stream. Still consider it. This could be an ABC. This could be the end of that triangle. Sorry about the mess here, guys, but it's very difficult to explain multiple scenarios at the same time. So the 78.88 would be the bullish case. Reaction at one of them, I'm longing. Stop loss beneath the low. That's it. If I get stopped out, you will be the first ones to know. Guys, I attempted the long, on the 7.8, we got a reaction. We moved down, I got stopped out, and I'll show you the stop loss if you want. But if there's no reaction and we just break through it very aggressively, I will not long. You don't want to long a massive train coming against you. So we'll have to go with the bearish case in this case, which is, the wave 1, this is a wave 2, and this is going to drop down aggressively. I'm a little bit skeptical on this being a wave 2, right? We're forming bullish CVD divergence. Could there be a bearish case scenario where we bounce back up here, take out the highs, and we start moving down, and you just form a zigzag and then you move down? That would be ideal, right? If we were to see this, because then you got a proper zigzag. However, looking at the timing, this could already have been the corrective move. Very slow, guys. It is the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. You don't have any powerful waves. It's incredibly choppy. Could we bounce here, or could we break down entering into Monday? I don't know, guys. I just don't want to trade any of this. We got bullish CVDs. We could bounce. We got this being very too wavy. It could drop down. We could actually bounce and then form a proper zigzag. This is really a no trade zone for me, right? So let's just remain a little bit patient and either claim the lows or claim the highs to then take action. So claiming the lows, the bullish case is looking at the triangle. We bounce from the 78.88 Fibonacci. We complete the triangle. We break out, fake out, right? On an E wave here on the higher time frames, we form a zigzag. Boop, boop, boop. Oops. Yeah, we ain't going nowhere. We're going to bounce back up. 7.8 or 0.88 could be the level that bounces. Those are the only two levels that you will see me in a long position. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. But we will come to that once it happens. If we break out very aggressively and we do get a reaction on one of them, and I get, if I get stopped out, I will show you the stop loss. So it's just really creating those plans, guys. Okay, those are the only two levels. And of course, considering the bearish case here, which is a double zigzag right there in a WXY. Right? Like mentioned, if we waterfall from here, you need to consider the higher time frame scenario, right? It won't be easy, but your best level to speculate on a swing long position, and swing long position means low leverage, low capital. You're aiming for all-time high after the next coming weeks, so you don't need to go crazy. This is a really chilled swing long position. Is the lows of the range for a recovery, and preferably you do get daily candles closing above it, right? This could get aggressive. It could go to $85,000, and then it's spring points. And this would be a level of interest, right? This would be like a very chilled swing long position that might take a couple of weeks, right? And you're just aiming for all-time high, and it's going to take many days for this to happen. But this would be the ultimate scenario, recovering above the lows of the range. Just like if you got into a short position here based on the swing failure pattern and you're aiming for the lows of the range, you're still in that short position, right? I'm just talking about the swing short mentality here, which is, not my mentality, of course. I have a day trader mentality. My trades are just a couple of days, 3-4 days max usually, preferably a day most of the time. So just as a swing trader mentality, that would be the scenario here. But this is going to be very, very chilled. You get into the long and your stop loss is beneath the low, and you just hold for the next coming weeks. So that's if we were to break down. I will be analyzing very carefully the local waves with the legends, of course, maybe on YouTube as well tomorrow evening, you know, to see if we are forming a third wave down, right? Very aggressive, I would expect, you know, then 4, 5, and then really analyzing this latest move. And if we do have a nice, perfect 5-wave structure, it would be time to long the recovery here based on the finished WXY. Okay, where you have your ABC here. So we'll get to that. We'll have to analyze, you know, I'm leaning on the possibility that maybe we do not take out the lows, right? Maybe we do not take out the lows of the range. And as explained, I'm interested in longing potentially the 7/8 Fibonacci and the 0.88 Fibonacci based on this triangle. Why not? This could be the low, right? This is the kind of moment that a lot of people are expecting the lows to be claimed of the range, and you get the bounce here, and then all of the bears are like, what happened, right? Well, we technical traders know what happened, right? Then you might get some bullish news coming out, right? China, this, that, the other. US bought, you know, $100 billion worth of Bitcoin for their treasury, and we bounce exactly at the 7/8. I don't know, whatever, right? Just like the rejection here. Oh, we dropped because of the Bybit hack. Well, you know, we were very much aware of the resistance that we had here in this zone. And if we were to reject the value area high and the golden pocket, right, from this pivot high to the pivot low, most commonly golden pocket or 7/8 Fibonacci, if we were to form a triangle, these are the two levels of rejection. Bybit hack helped the drop eventually to be a little bit faster. But we were aware that if we were to reject from here, we're coming back down to the value area low. And value area low is where we got the bounce on Friday evening. So that's your target zone if you're shorting. I shorted, I took profits just after a few hours. I shorted the rejection, got into the bounce, and I took profits. That's a day trade. I'm in and I'm out. I'm already out of this position, right? I've taken the profits, and you know the position is in no position right now. So those are the long levels, guys. Of course, we need to be very aware. We need to understand the bearish case, which is the one that I explained, which is the one that breaks down here in a very, very powerful 5-wave move to the downside, right? Where you have your wave 1, wave 2 with or taking out the highs, and then you know, you're literally looking at this. Not the probability that I'm leaning on, okay? I'm not leaning on this scenario till we actually, you know, break down. Once we start forming a very explosive movement to the downside, I will be coming up with this scenario tomorrow saying, guys, I'm getting ready for longs. I didn't, you know, if we break through the levels, it's just creating the plans, right? As technical analysts and traders, we need to create our levels of interest. Of course, once these waves happen, we'll be analyzing tomorrow with the legends on Discord. What are the local scalping scenarios? So let's just give here out the possibility of the, and I have to say, if we do bounce from here, guys, and take out the highs in the next coming, you know, 24 hours, I will be very surprised. I won't be in a long position unless I'm in a long position here, scalp or something, all right, on a sign of strength. But I will not be long in here. You know, you won't see me in a long position. This is no level to long. So what if the price does take out these local highs? And this is going to be very interesting. If we move up to these highs of yesterday, I have to consider the zigzag. this is a very, very powerful move down that we had on Friday. And the price has been eventually choppy as expected on a weekend, slowly rolling down here, but nothing too aggressive, you know, a $1,000 move. We are forming bullish CVD divergence, which is taking out the highs as a target. You know, could we bounce here at the 78.88 and form a higher low and move up? I would really consider a short depending on how the price moves up here. So this is a big no trade zone for me, guys. No trade zone here. Absolutely no trade zone. Either short or long, there's just nothing to do here for me at the moment as a technical trader. Realizing the zigzag, taking out the low and then bouncing, and realizing the 1, 2, 3, okay, and realizing the zigzag here with bullish CVD divergence to take out the highs. So this is just a really, really difficult here to have a high probability trading setup. So that automatically is turned into a no trade zone. If we move up here to take out these highs from yesterday, okay, in a 5-wave move up, okay, this is like for all of those scalpers, day traders, you need to really analyze a little bit how the price moves up here into this. And it's not going to be easy because weekends are choppy. But what you would have to see here is a little bit of a clear, you know, 5-wave move up, right? To really confirm that you are going to see a pullback. You formed a 5-wave mover. You're looking either for a corrective move or an impulsive move down. But yeah, we need that information. We need to analyze very carefully that movement up. But the possibility for a 1-2 here is there, either here or here. So depending on that movement up, based on the bullish CVD divergence, there's a lot of shorts entering the market throughout the last 24 hours, right? You got lower lows on CVD and higher lows on price action. So lots of shorts here, interested, short, and then you get the sweep, right? It's a dangerous zone for longs or shorts here. So if we were to get this movement up, I have to consider this would be extremely long compared to your impulse. If we are considering this an impulse, this would be very, very long in time. So it's going to be very, very long in time, which, you know, is really not an issue. Okay. It just is rare to see a corrective move 10 times longer than your impulse, right? If it's 10 times longer, you know, it's not too attractive. So let's take a look at previous day value levels 1 second, because it's going to be interesting. Over here, it's very locally here from Saturday. Session volume profile. I think we do have a naked point of control up there. Yeah, we do have a naked point of control up here based on the price action of Friday, right? Friday's price action, Friday's consolidation left us a high volume node in this range. Taking into consideration the Fibonacci, we don't have Fibonacci confluence at the naked point of control. But it would be relatively interesting, of course. I mean, I'm not sure if the price would manage to come all the way up here to then roll back down. But eventually it would be your best level to consider as a zigzag here. And you might even just take out the highs with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then, you know, swing failure pattern and then roll down. And then you have your wave 1 and 2. Right, literally right over here, because on your ABC, you know, you just, this is we really need to just analyze the waves up here, guys. This is not going to be an easy trade, and maybe your third wave is extremely large and then you form your 4-5 up here, right? It's just you need to analyze the waves that you do form as you do take out this high, because if it's very 1, 2, small little 3, 4 and 5, then you know that you have a chance for your SFP here based on your small 5 waver. But if your third wave is extremely explosive, then what you're looking at here is a shallow 4, right, most of the times, and then your 5th wave. And, your naked point of control could be your point right there. 7, 8, possible back test. You're coming back to Friday zone. You're back testing the previous day, the value area high of the range, right? It's going to be an interesting move up. Regardless of it, we're looking for either a correction or a steep move down entering into the week. It's not going to be easy, guys, but overall, if I'm awake, we'll be analyzing that with the Legends trading community. I'll provide an update. But it is, some of the scenarios. Anyway, Legends, that's basically the Bitcoin TA, guys. It's not, we got some shorting levels, it's going to be interesting. I would be surprised if this was the low. It was very fast. There is a possible count. We can talk about this right now, right? When we analyze the triangle scenario, right? When we analyze the triangle scenario here, there is a count on this being a double zigzag. I have to say, there is a possible count on a double zigzag, which is, I'm not sure if I want to talk about this on stream, but you got there's a possible zigzag here, and a possible zigzag here, and a possible zigzag right over there. You got a bit of a correction here, and then the next move down. So it would automatically be a double zigzag. And if we were to shoot up from this level, I would have to come to the conclusion that this was the end of the correction. I'm not counting on it, guys, but it's just, if I wanted an explanation that, you form a higher low here and you start shooting up, and I'll be like, wow, I was not expecting that. I would have to come to the conclusion that, this was your end of the C wave, your E wave in a double zigzag, as I shown you here, which it doesn't look like it, guys. Okay, it's just to come with, well, if this happens, then how would you consider the waves? It's a double zigzag right there, very fast. I'm not leaning on that scenario, but that would be my explanation if we were to shoot up from here and smash through the highs and just, not look behind, which I don't think is going to be the case. Anyway, let's go through the comment section, guys. You got a little bit of the wave scenarios, a bit of Fibonacci confluence, what we need to look here for either the short, if we were to get a zigzag. You need to analyze the 5 waves here. If you move in a 5-wave move, right, locally, and you take out the highs, that could be your swing failure pattern level, right? And you start moving down aggressively in your 1, 2, 3. If you form your third wave very aggressively, then obviously you're looking for your 4, 5, and then your movement down, seeing this as an ABC. Naked point of control is your best level of resistance in this case, right, from Friday's consolidation area. And the bullish case, which is the one that we explained at the beginning of stream, is one that is looking very, very interesting, guys. You got your triangle setup here. We're possibly looking for an E wave, which is bouncing at the 7.8 or the 0.88. Those are the only 2 levels that I'm considering for a long position above this low. If we do not react at those levels, reaction means you have something, you have some price action above the level. That is a reaction already. You're getting above the fib levels. That's a moment that I would take action. No reaction means one thing. big dump down, crossing through the levels in minutes, basically, right? Where you're just waterfalling, right? There's no reaction on this scenario, so there's no long trade to be taken if there's no recovery above those levels. People are, saying, people get surprised because, I mean, I really enjoy the comment section later on, right? Throughout the stream, because the haters will say, well, that didn't play out, right? I think a lot of people would take a look at the stream for 5-10 minutes and just flip-flop right into the timing and say, might have come to the point of the multiple 1-2 scenario here where we're looking for a 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, right? And the answers were very much simple on the previous stream, guys. I am looking for shorts, but I'm not shorting above the value area high. And this is when people pay attention, right? Based on the setups. I will short based on the rejection of the value area high and the golden pocket. I need a first drop down to realize that this could be a WXYXZ. Right? This could be a WXYXZ. We're forming the triangle. We're coming down to the value area low. I am not shorting above resistance. I will short once the resistance, hasn't flipped into support and we're losing the level. The first initial bounces will be interesting to short. And I did not short based on the Bybit hack, right? The Bybit hack helped the drop to be more aggressive down to $95,000, right? Down to the support. But regardless, we were ready. Let's go. Let's take a look at Chainlink right away. Let's go through the comment section. Guys, we're going to set some alerts as we do take a look at some altcoins, because as we do take out the local low here, it's going to be the moment of interest. It's going to be the moment to check the levels. And I need to set my alerts here beneath the low so I can be ready to sniper a possible long or just check the price action very carefully on how aggressively we move down. Will we break down, legends? Let me know right away on a poll that I'm going to create right now, okay? We got CBM here. My man, shout out to you. Let's start a poll. Will Bitcoin break down to 89K this week, legends? Let me know right away. Will Bitcoin break down to 89K this week? Let me know on that poll. We got Crypto by Mattia. Shout out to you, my man. What a treat. Sunday live stream by Andy, my man. How are you doing? I'm going to say, I mean, it really doesn't, I don't really care. I'm going to say no. Woo, we're getting the votes coming in, legends. We're getting the votes. Will we break down to 89K this week? Right? We're moving down so far. Will we manage to get that drop? It's not much of a drop, guys, I have to say. It's about $6,000. We're trading at 95K. It's not much of a drop. 6,000 for Bitcoin is a walk in the park, right? We did drop almost $4,000 on Friday. So $6,000 is not much of a move for Bitcoin. Will the bearish case happen locally, which will be looking very bullish for me? I'm looking for longs, guys, at those levels, at those scenarios that I've been explaining throughout the stream. Are you ready, guys? I am ready. I'm not sure if you guys are ready. I hope that you are ready, because you're watching myself and you are going to take action maybe on what I say, maybe not. I'm not a financial advisor. You can do what you want. I'm sharing with you how I'm going to take action at these certain levels, just like the one from the previous stream, right? Guys, I'm getting into short if we reject. We got a nice bounce. I got into the short at the 618 Fibonacci, okay? From the local price action. It's a day trade. We come down to support. I'm taking profits. It's a day trade. That's it. If you are interested in trading, remember, weeks, you got a great deal, guys. In between $10 to $100, you can get right away once you sign up and you link your phone number. All right? It might be $20. It might be $100. In between $10 and $100 for free. In the next 24 hours to 48 hours, all right, once you link your phone number. 50% fee reduction for all of the big players. The more volume that you move, the more you deposit and more you trade, up to $30,000. You're going to get airdrops of thousands of dollars in the next coming weeks as you trade. Take advantage, guys. Weeks, that's where I'm trading. You got the second link down below. You got a free bonus just for signing up. Take advantage, legends. And Bybit as well. Hey, nothing wrong with Bybit. You also got a great bonus. I've been trading there for over 6 years. They handled the hack like masters. Shout out to Benzo. They can cover the loss by 5, even 10 times, guys. 1.5 billion is a lot of money, okay? But these players have a lot. These exchanges and players have a lot of money, okay? Withdrawals was congested. There was a run on the bank, crypto run on the bank. Withdrawals are normal today. So shout out to them. That you know, you can see the power of Bybit, the transparency. Absolute shout out to them, guys. If you can sign up to Bybit, shout out to them. They're holding strong, and eventually, right, they have a massive track record. You got a great bonus on Bybit as well, guys. $30,000 deposit bonus, right? The more you trade and deposit, the more airdrops you're going to get to your futures platform. Shout out to them, guys. They're just as good. They are very solvent, okay? So shout out to them. But just as a tip here, we should only have funds on exchanges to trade with. Most of my crypto capital is sitting on cold storage. Multiple different ones. I have Trezor, I have Ledger, okay? Most of your crypto capital should be always on cold storage. Only use the crypto that you want to use for trading, be it 10%, 20% of your entire crypto portfolio. That's getting a bit aggressive, right? I know a lot of people don't take notice of any of this advice, but like I said, I had over $50,000 on Bybit itself, okay? That's used for trading, either for spot trading or for, leverage trading. But eventually, if anything happened, well, it's not my entire crypto portfolio, right? It's like, oh my goodness, I have all of my life savings on this exchange. Guys, don't do that. Only use a percentage to trade with. And worst case scenario, you get a 10% loss, right? Or a 20% loss. I mean, that's already been a lot. But I know a lot of people just have 50% of their entire, trading capital, or all of it, guys. Imagine, the FTX collapse, right? Lots of people had all of their money there. These are not wallets, guys. Only have the capital that you there for trading and withdraw profits, right? Or build up a little bit of the capital. Anyway, you get the deal. You don't have all of your crypto on an exchange. It's just a percentage to use for trading, right? I hope that makes sense. Any exchange can collapse, guys. Any exchange could collapse, either from, whatever, and anything could happen, but it shouldn't be, an issue for you. You should have most of your crypto on cold storage. And then the one that you're speculating for trading and doing quick flips, you should have on exchanges, of course, right? Shout out to 𝗕𝗶𝗴𝗫 here. He's got awesome content. He's been covering also yesterday. He posted a video on the hack and also some other news that has been happening. We have Kanye West as well, I think, launching a meme coin. I don't know. He's been covering different news, and it's a great news channel, guys. We focus on trading Bitcoin most of the times, but if you want to know more about the news, what is happening with either a hack, new meme coins launching, what is happening in the crypto space, you need to go and check out 𝗕𝗶𝗴𝗫. I will leave his YouTube channel pinned in the comment section right now, guys, okay? Check him out. If you don't know who he is this guy right over here. He opened a channel several weeks ago. He's doing extremely well. He's covering, all right, what has happened throughout the last 24 hours. The Bybit hack, there's a new crypto meme coin, I think, from Kanye West, and he's covering a lot of fundamental news, and he's been shorting some altcoins that have been launching, such as Pi, very successful shorting that pie launch. Shout out to you, Crypto by 𝗞𝗐𝗏. Go and check him out, guys. He's an absolute legend and he covers good, solid content. Shorting it, says Matthew. 𝗞𝗐𝗏, my man, he's shorting it. Yeah, these crypto launches based on celebrities or, you know, presidents, right? Libra as well. He pointed out Libra a few days ago and it obviously rugged, right? And he was in the short position. He's got massive P&Ls that he did share with me. And also, all right, lots of people of the community. Shout out to you, 𝗞𝗐𝗏. He is in the comment section. Yes, he is. He is there. He's in the comment section. Here he is. Here he is. Why Ethereum pumping? Well, this is a natural effect, okay? We ain't going to cover Bitcoin anymore. We've covered Bitcoin. Let's go through Ethereum and the comment section, guys. And what's going on with Ethereum? Why is Ethereum pumping? Well, Ethereum is, you know, these are great news, guys. Bad news turns into good news, my man. Bad, you know, good news can be followed by bad news, bad price action. Bad news, expect a V shape, right? Look at this. Ethereum hacked this, that, the other. Major move down. Now a very strong bounce. Ethereum will recover in the next coming months. We will see Ethereum leading the DeFi space because it's the DeFi master. It is the most solid decentralized chain that there is out there for smart contracts, for DeFi. Then we have metaverse, gaming, AI, and whatever you want, guys. Okay, all of these different bubbles. But it's the most solid, proven blockchain ecosystem out there. So it has to recover at some point. Of course, you got Solana, you got the BNB chain. All of this is speculative pumps. But the real DeFi chain is Ethereum. And Ethereum will do well in the future eventually. So anyway, you know, hey, shall we do a bit of TA? It is Sunday, guys. We're going to keep it a little bit chilling through the comment section. I don't want to do analysis on Ethereum, right? I'm recovering Bitcoin. I'm looking for the next Bitcoin trade. Don't make me chart Ethereum because it's going to take a long time. I'll probably chart Ethereum tomorrow morning and take it into consideration. But you got a lot of Ethereum charters, altcoin charters in the Legends trading community, guys. We do have Dylan, which is specialized on altcoins. You got the Bitcoin setup, altcoin setup channel with Dylan. You got 𝗞𝗐𝗏 here also providing the latest news and different launches of meme coins to potentially short, right? All of them that launched go down, so it's more interest of looking for shorts on certain levels. 𝗕𝗶𝘆𝗽, my analysis every single day, guys. Check out the Legends trading community. It is the 4th link down below. You do have the modules to learn how to trade, how to manage your risk, look for trading setups, all of the modules that you need right over here as well, apart from access to a very active, profitable community with the latest updates and different setups and scenarios, okay? So let's go right away through the comment section. Ethereum up 1.5%. You guys are clowns, says bring the cows. Yeah, I mean, it's got to bounce, right? But it's recovered the entire drop from Friday, right? Let's be honest. You know, it's not pumping. It's still in the range, right? So there's no major. It's pumping locally here throughout the last 24 to 48 hours, but you're still in this range. Now I have to say, this was the biggest liquidation event in crypto. Take this with a grain of salt, but I can show you the previous biggest liquidation events. All right, in crypto, one was right over here, FTX collapse. The other one was the C19 crash. These two events were the second, third biggest liquidation events in crypto. You know what happened after that, right? Of course, this was the very beginning stages of the bull run, have to say. Are we at the middle stages, end stages of the bull run? You take that with a pinch of salt. But there was a massive recovery after this big liquidation event, C19 crash. It was a different time of the cycle. Yes. Okay. Calm down. Yes, I know. It was the beginning stages of the bull run, but the crash was there. The crash happened. Everybody thought that the world was going to go to crap. We had a massive recovery, of course, followed by money printing, which did help the recovery. I understand that. But you can't predict that, right? When you're here. We don't know what's going to happen next. Whatever recovery happens, then be it money printing or not, people will speculate, well, it was because of the money printing. Well, I'm just telling you that usually these events do mark a low or very close to the low. You could test the low, and I would be very interested in, if you double bottom from here, to scoop up some more Ethereum. But the other event was the FTX collapse, one of the biggest liquidation events in crypto. This was the low. You double bottomed here, and then you recovered. Beginning stages of the bull run, you would arguably discuss, right? Are we at the end stages, middle stages? This has been the biggest liquidation event. And previous largest liquidation events have marked a low. Is this time different? I'll let you speculate on that. Take a look at Solana. Is there a double bottom pattern? Ah, crap, we're going to dump, says 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗏. Maybe yes, maybe no. I don't know. Weeks is not giving welcome bonus only for signups. They are asking for KYC. This is not true. The KYC is not providing documents, all right? They do have it saying KYC required, but it's linking the phone number only, right? It's linking, all right, the phone number. This is, it's not asking for, this is a glitch right there. They will not ask for any documents. You just need to link your phone number and your email on Weeks, okay? I know it says it right there, but it's not true. All right, you will get in between $10 and $100. It was $100 the last couple of weeks, but I know that this bonus is going to start, fading away. So take advantage, guys. It's in between $10 and $100 by linking your phone number and your email. Do not pay attention to this. They won't ask for full identification, okay, to get this bonus. It's only phone number and email. And it's going to take 24 to 48 hours. They need to verify this. You can send a ticket to support. You will get that bonus, all right? Check it out, guys. It is the second link down below, all right? Weeks right over here. And for the big players, you got big bonuses, $30,000 and 50% fee reduction just by using this second link, all right? Important to use the link down below to get all of those perks, all of those bonuses, all right? That is not true. They do ask for more. I've had hundreds of people signing up. They've been getting the bonus just by linking the email and phone number, okay? I will ask them again to verify. But it has been like that for the last few weeks. I will speak to them. If they've changed something, they should let me know. So yeah. Let's go right away here. That was only about 3 days ago. I got it with just email and phone number. Took a little over 48 hours. There we go. We got someone confirming in the comment section. Okay, it's not a lie, guys. It's true. It's happened to hundreds of people. Hundreds of people have been claiming that bonus. You have someone here in the comment section confirming. I got this with just an email and a phone number. Took a little over 48 hours, right? Might take 24, 48 hours as explained. That was only about 3 days ago. So you have people in the comment section confirming that you don't need to provide any documents. All right? It's just linking your phone number and your email. You have someone here in the comment section. I've had hundreds of people getting the bonus, all right? And not complaining. Anyway, that's that. So no, it's not. Come on, guys. It's not a scam. I've been using it for many months, all right? It's not true. It is, they are not a scam. Anyway, regardless, I don't know why people talk about that. I'm trading there. They're fine. Hundreds of people have been receiving the bonus, as you can confirm in the comment section. So, you know, hey, don't say that they are a scam, because they're not. Anyway, let's go here through the comment section. So yeah, let's go through. Yeah, one person confirming this is not true. Alts are pumping. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin dominance right away. Bitcoin coming down to those lows. Very interesting scenario here for that long setup. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin dominance right away. I will be talking to the week's team. I have direct contact, guys. You know, if there is going to be some issues with a couple of people, I will be the first one to go there right now. I will send them a message today. Is this bonus still going through? Only linking your email and your phone number. I have people that are asking questions, right? You know, I don't want to, there's nothing bad I want to give to my community. Never. All right. So if they're saying that this, if the bonus is not working, tell me right away, because, you know, this is not fair for the community. All right. I'll be back with some more updates tomorrow on that. All right. For the moment, it's been working for most of the people, you know. Anyway, Bitcoin dominance is getting that pullback. So it's looking pretty damn good. It could be interesting. I'm still holding my altcoins. Link, ICP, you know, just the first ones that come to my mind. Link is, you know, there, consolidating still. ICP, for example, Internet Computer. I do have a lot of faith on Internet Computer, but it's still also in that range. We probably got some other altcoins pumping. Let's take a look here. Nothing too great, nothing too serious. 3%. We're taking a look at the high caps. 𝗬𝗫 is the one best performer right now of the top 100, up 11%. Alts are not pumping. This is a 1-2% pump. This is not a pump. It's a little bounce, right? A pump would be above 10%, right? Which is 𝗬𝗫 in this case. Alts are not really pumping that much, unless, I don't know, you might have a coin that is very special. Maybe wood is, you know, is the one that you're holding, which is up 23%. But generally, they are not really pumping in the last 24 hours. Okay, 1%, 2%. Yeah, generally they are not pumping. Okay, so anyway, legends, thank you very much for joining the stream. I'm trading Bitcoin, waiting for the levels. Let's see what happens. I'm going to bed in the next hour, so will I catch the long or not, or will we break down and there's no long to be taken? Very important to understand this. Trade safe, guys. If you want more updates, join the Legends trading community. It's the 4th link down below, okay, on Discord. I will see you tomorrow, and we'll be analyzing to see what has happened. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of Sunday, and I will see you guys tomorrow.